Okay, so the third game of the evening is one that I really want to play with the guys. It's called Dirty Business. Now, this game, the developer of the game, they're very well hidden. I did try to reach out to them, and I haven't managed to get a hold of them. But if you do happen to see this developer, have a look at my Twitch channel. I would love to play this with my crew. Maybe do a cooperative campaign of the game. If you're interested in that and you're willing to spare me a few keys, reach out to me. I did try to reach out to the dev, but they're a little bit incognito on social media. I couldn't even find them to tag them on this stream. So I hope they do see this because I really like their game. Another thing, this game does use a lot of non-stream friendly music. So I didn't get the stream flagged. I'm using streamer mode, which the developer kindly included, and that's why the game's very quiet. But it is what it is. Dirty Business is well, like what the game suggests, a game where you're a career criminal trying to make money any way you can. And this doesn't just range to growing drugs. You can grow drugs, you can handle laundered money, you can 3D print illegal ghost firearms, you can deal in heroin, you can do all sorts of shady business. So you know that I was immediately on board for this. I love me a good crime game. So I'm hoping to bring you more, but it really depends on whether the developer is going to reach out to me, whether I can do a co-op stream of this. I know I've roped Lukey into playing these sort of games more than once, so I'm sure he'd be down to grow some drugs with me again. But I'm going to show you my game because I have been playing a fair bit of this. I'm a good 8 hours into the game or more, so let me show you my progress so far. Okay, let me just check one thing real quick. Okay. So here we are in the game, and I know it doesn't look like a lot, but we've got my collection of Murray Joanna over here. I am printing some illegal firearms over here, ghost guns, and I've got a bunch of 3D printing supplies over here. I've got my drugs. So we're going to get started. I have purchased some high quality seeds right here. So let's grab one of these bad boys out and get planting. Okay, I need one more bag. Let's go. Right, so next thing we got to get our watering can. Oh, empty watering can. One thing I'm not a fan of in this game is you literally have to throw out watering cans and get more, which is kind of a bit weird. Like, why wouldn't I just refill the watering can? But okay, we've got all of our plants growing nice. And while we wait for these to grow, I've got my my packing boxes over here. These are boxes with the baggies that we'll be putting the dope into. I've got my table here. We can start packing some of this dope. Like so. Anyone who's played Drug Dealer Simulator, you're going to be right at home here. Okay, this is growing real nice. Let's get the watering can. Just make sure they're well watered. Let me just check the sound. It's a bit on the loud side. I might just turn it down a wee bit. Some of the sound effects, like for the watering can, are quite rough on the ears. That's better. Okay, so now we're just waiting for these to grow. The developer has added a few patches since I last played this game a couple of days ago, and they have greatly slowed the growth of the dope. So let's go in here and check our. Oh, I can't go to the. I want to add orders, but for some reason I can't. Let me just check. They might have patched the... That's weird. So you used to press tab, and then you would open up your... tablet, but they've changed it now. I was playing this game, like I've got about 8 hours in this game, but now I don't know how do I place orders if you're gonna do that. Oh, I have to do it from the screen. Okay. No orders. I want to place an order. Oh, we're gonna do it on the wall. Okay. Okay. I don't have... Oh, Mirkwood. I don't want Mirkwood. Okay, there we go. So let's go to orders. Mirkwood we don't want. Mirkwood we don't want. Don't want citrus. Don't want citrus. Okay. Now we just have to wait for some orders to come in for stuff. I've cleared out the old dope. Nope. I can't help but feel it'd be a lot cheaper for this guy just to invest in running water than buying watering cans by the box, but what do I know? The developers massively changed the game. Hey man, well I am working on trying to get an extra key so we can do this together. I know you're very keen to build some illegal firearms with me. In a video game. Yeah, I haven't unlocked counterfeit money yet. I can build illegal guns and I can grow marijuana over here. You can see my little farm starting to expand. It is taking a very long time though. Okay, let's go check the orders. Ah, finally. Okay, Strawberry Mirage. We can do a 1 and a 2. So what we do, we've got some over here. We take this and then we place it in the box. And then we put it here. And then have I got any more empty boxes? I know I've got some here somewhere. Yep. And 2. Well, I think the weird thing was when the developer spoke to me last, the way the game was supposed to work is the person who has the game is like the warehouse manager. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how it's supposed to work because we need a key. You need a key per person. There we go. So they were telling me, oh, you don't need a key for the game. You just need one person with the key. But I've checked. We definitely, that's not how it works. You need a key per person. So I did try and reach out to them, but they don't really have a social media presence online. And I think that's kind of 101. If you're a developer and you're making these games, make sure you've got an X account or something. Make it so people have a way to reach you. Because if I can't reach you, then I can't provide feedback. And if I'm QAing your game, which I tend to be doing a lot more these days, if I can't provide you feedback on bugs, you're wasting you're wasting your opportunity to have somebody like me come and have a look. Like, you want me adding bug reports and suggestions and stuff. Because whenever I stream these games, I also make a bit of a checklist of all the bugs and issues I find in the game as well. So but yeah, no, Lukey, there's a job for packing questionable goods. I guess the only requirement is that you don't tell anyone what we're up to. I can trust Lukey. He's done some pretty shady stuff with me over the years. So I know he's gonna rat me out because he'd have to go to jail too. Lukey, thinking of all the foul stuff we've done over the years. We've sold drugs. We've run guns in a video game. We've flown starships, piloted submarines with some questionable goods. Okay, let's pack more of this dope. Yeah, well, if a dev sees this, reach out to me, because I am certain I could get the boys to play this. And at the very least, I think Lukey would be down to play this. Okay, let's gather some more of this this good stuff. This good. All these fresh buds. Here I am sitting with a cup of coffee and like a peasant when I could be, look at this, basking in all of this high quality product. I'm just gonna fill up some boxes with this. I wish there was an easier way to do this. Like, the packing system in the game's kind of a bit backwards sometimes. But to be fair, the developer has, like, as I've been playing this over the last week and a half, I've been seeing the developer in real time. So a few people complained that there was no storage in the game, and the developer in real time added these storage shelves, which are great. And they've also added tables, so you can use tables to move stuff. And there's other types of storage too now, which is really good. So they have been listening to the community. Okay, I think that is just about enough. Let's oh. May need to buy some more empty boxes here. There we go. I'll definitely I'll definitely try and reach out to the developer after this stream, because I love these kind of games, and it is a game that lends itself really well to having other people playing it. Like, there's so many different activities you can do that with, like, one person, I'm very limited. If I had Lukey and Callum, the boys, in here, we could have one person on growing the weed, one person on operating the 3D printer for the guns. And I think that's the way the game's meant to be played, so... There we go. There's some goodies. Alright, let's get these bad boys in a box. And let's check out what orders we can fulfill. So you want 2, 2, 1, 3, 3. Okay. So I'm going to need to order some boxes here. Let's order those. Okay, so 2... Oops. That was 2. Well, that's a box of guns. Let's put that away. Another one with 2. Sure, let's just grab them out of here. Another 2. Then we need a box of 1. And the game's pretty chill. You can just go at your own pace. There's no time limits on orders. Well, that's not true. You do get a bonus if you do the orders faster. But to be honest, I just find working at your own pace, it works as well. Okay. Yeah, that's a 3. And then we need one more 3. So if I take 1 out of that and just drop it there. Alright, there's all my orders, so let's go into the order station. You can see how this game would really help with another player, because I'm having to manage all this myself. Okay, so 2, you want 2 keys, you want 2 keys, you want 1 key, you want 3, and you want 3. There you go. There's $2,000 worth of weed. Let's go and open this bad boy up and start grabbing some soil. Now the fun stuff, we get to grow more. It's a very quiet game without the soundtrack, but because of you know what sounds like in games. This game definitely has a few licensed soundtracks, and the soundtrack to this game is banging. I just wish that I could show you on stream without worrying about copyright. But you know, it is what it is. I really need more storage in here. We need to expand this, but as you can see, level 18. I'm nowhere near level 18 yet, so I think we're going to be stuck in this little shoebox. And there is a rec room over there. The thing that really upsets me is that we can't use this space. Like, I can dump stuff here, but I can't use it in any meaningful way. Well, let's check on the printer. We got are we out of printing? Ah, we're out of carbon. Okay. Let's check on this. Alloy. No, we don't need that. I need carbon. Carbon. This is carbon. Polymer. We need polymer as well. Okay. Okay, we got any polymer? I think we're out. Here's my polymer. Okay, let's get that on there. Oh, and alloy's empty too. Okay, alloy's over here. Okay, beautiful. We're ready to go. Let's queue up some stuff to print. We need to make some guns. Start printing. Okay, as you can see, it's a very slow print process, and they're very profitable. You wouldn't think it, but guns are actually more profitable than drugs in this game. Okay, let's have a look at more orders. Oh, we need to get this next batch of drugs going, because they grow slow. These drugs grow super slow, so. This is why I need another person to help. Because what you do is you're growing batches and then you're doing the logistics of moving stuff around as well. One thing Lukey's really good at, way better at than me, is organizing stuff. So he'd just go through this whole place like a surgeon and just like create this inventory system where everything is in its spot. If we ever did run an actual warehouse, you'd be like, I'd have you as like the foreman, or the who's the guy who does like all I'm trying, the name's on the tip of my tongue, not the foreman, the office guy, you know, the one that does like all the ordering and the logistics and the, you know, making sure all the product manager or something similar. There you go. If this is real life, though, I'd be the guy doing all the computer systems. I'd have all these tablets all hooked up. Here I am thinking about the logistics of running an illegal warehousing company with my friends. I'm in the wrong line of work. I need to quit and get all the boys together, and we'll go right into the sunset and grow dope in a warehouse. Twitch terms of service, I feel like I have to mention this as a joke. Alright, let's see if we can buy some more pots. Pots for our pot. I need 3 more of these. And we need some more watering cans, that's for sure. And definitely some more soil. No, elevator's not clear. Oh, we got one box, I forgot. Okay. And check out. Okay, I need, these. Okay. Beautiful. There you go, Lukey. You need to be my warehouse manager. I'll pay you in drug money. One day, if I fall on hard times. Hey, with the cost of living, who knows? Give it a couple of years. There we go. I need a little bit more of these magical seds. Boom, boom. There we go. Alright, so now we just need to get some watering cans, which I've got here. Oh, and I forgot a sed. Let's grab one of those. Okay, now the easy part, we just water these up. I need something bigger than this tiny cruddy watering can. One watering can isn't even enough to water all of these properly. There we go, everything's watered. So just let that grow, and then while that's growing, let's see if we can do some more orders, shall we? We need more baggies too. I'm going to get those. Track these over here. And replace the dirt. And watering cans, we need tons of those. Alright. Next thing we need to order is we need baggies. I need like 100 of these, but what I'll do is I'll order 10. Is that overkill? Well, you haven't seen my packing operation. We're going to be fulfilling a lot of orders when this is done. Okay, how's this going? I'll just check the wetness. Keep these plants watered. I find if you keep them up around 80-90%, it's going to they're going to grow real quick. This particular strain is worth a lot of money, so we're going for the more expensive stuff because it's going to take longer to grow, but I'm kind of doing so many things by myself that I can't keep up with it as it is anyway. So let's get that gun. I'll show you how the gun packing works. So it's not rocket science. You just have to get the gun roughly in the schematic. So we've got the barrel. Here's the pump, the stock, and the stock. The butt of the stock there, and then boom, that's one shotgun, and then this is two. I kind of feel like some of the mechanics in this game are a little bit oversimplified. I would like to see a little bit more involved in making these guns. It's kind of like putting together, a children's jigsaw puzzle. I am certain the gun assembly is not that simple. But let's go and do some more orders. Let's go to orders. We want 3, 1, 1, 2, 2. Okay. So 3, 1, 1. Okay, delivery 3, 1, 1. Mark, go. Yeah, we're making a fair bit off this dope. And then what have we got left? 2 and 2. Okay, let's get the rest of this packed away. Okay, that's 1. And 2. Okay, 1 for you, 1 for you. Okay, we're actually only 6 levels away from level 18. Not too bad. Okay, I'm gonna need a lot more baggies, so let's order some more. This time I'm gonna ask for, let's say maybe 40 bags. And we're gonna need some more seds. Let's go with strawberry. Oh wow, these are nearly double. I only just unlocked this now, so let's just keep going with strawberry for now. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of watering cans. I can't help but feel like you get an irrigation system going here. It seems like a very, you know, as someone that's very experienced in growing drugs, I joke, but as someone who's played a lot of these games before, I feel like an irrigation system would really make this a little bit easier. I can tell you your average guy, even in their backyard, is not going to be going around manually watering the plants with a watering can that he's throwing in the bin. It seems very inefficient. But what do I know? I'm just an entrepreneur. Let's just check what orders we've got. Orders, yeah, we've got nothing in here. We need a 2, 2, 3. Okay, let's just take all these. 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. Okay. 2. 2. Nope, we've got another ghost gun. And then we need 3 packs of 3. It's actually in the early game, it's very hard to make money. You don't have a whole lot of profit. So you're going to want to focus on just growing as many drugs as you can at the start. And the gun printing is very expensive to get into, like very expensive. Let's have a look at delivery. Okay, 2 for you. 2 for you. 3 for you. I've missed one. 3 for you. There we go, 2,000 beans. We're making a fair profit off this. Like, not a whole lot, but... Okay, we need one more box of 3s. Let's just close it up. Very nice. Okay, one box of 1. You can have that. It's easy. I'm kind of running out of space here. That's the thing that I really need right now. And oh, 1 of 6. Yeah, a big order. You get priority. Let's grab. Because what I can do is I can just take 2 out of this. I'm just going to do that. There you go. You are a priority customer, my friend. 1 of those, 6 of those, boom, and that is a lot of money. Very nice. There's always people with guns, but at the moment with my 3D printing farm, I can't keep up. I'm really struggling to keep up with demand. So let's get some more of these buds. I want to try and get these packed away, because if you do take too long, the plants will die on you. So obviously, I want to prevent that from happening. So we're going to pack all these. This is what I need Lukey for. Get him on the inventory management and the packing. While I do the logistical stuff. It's like it would be good to split this job up, and the game does lend itself towards that. So I'm surprised. I'm surprised that they didn't go with the whole only one person needs a copy of the game thing. Or I wish they did packs, because sometimes when I play a game and I review it, if a developer, I like the game and the developer's like not, they can't, or they're not willing to give extra keys. If games were in a pack, then I'd be more inclined to get them. But the problem at the moment is that the days of having a bulk pack of keys on Steam are dead. Like, I don't know why they stopped doing that on Steam. I really wish they went back to allowing you to buy a 4-pack of a game. Unfortunately, that's not a thing anymore. Okay, let's grab those. You know what we're going to be doing now? We're just packing drugs. Each one of these boxes is worth about 3 or 4 grand. So I can't help but feel we're a bit of a small fry. We're not making a whole lot of money. I feel like I could be. We got a whole warehouse here, and we're just using it to grow, the cheapest weed we can get. What I really want to do next is buy another printer, because the 3D printing is the most lucrative of the lot, but these printers, they're bloody slow. Okay, let's get this gun set up. Obviously, the guns that they sell for a ton of money. And if we can get a big order, like 4 or 5 of these at a time, it's not uncommon to make at least $5,000 or $6,000 in sales. Not too bad when you think about it, because essentially it's a ghost gun, right? We don't have those in Australia, although with the way the gun laws are here, I'm surprised we don't. I mean, it's probably the only way a lot of people are going to be able to own a firearm soon. But I'm not going to say anything about that because I know some people get hot under the collar when I mention how dumb things are around gun laws here. Yeah, let's go. We're making money hand over fist, son. We're up to 3 boxes, 4 boxes of this stuff. I'm going to have to stop growing and start selling. I reckon if I sell all this, I'll have enough to buy a 3D printer. And then expand the 3D printing area, because that's making a lot of money. Once I get all these drugs squared away, I'll... Oh, is that... No, it's still going. Oh, that's the warning that the printer's run out of spool. So what are you out of this time? Polymer. I think I've got polymer here. Polymer. There we go. I'll guarantee you, I own a 3D printer, and I guarantee you that it is not that easy to 3D print a firearm. Trust me when I tell you, it's this game makes it look very easy. It's like barely an inconvenience. I guarantee you it's not that simple. Part of me wishes it was. You can't even 3D print a bow. Okay, are we really out of bags? We're out of baggies. I'm going to order more. Okay. More baggies. So you thought I overdid it buying 40 bags, but I actually didn't get enough. Okay. I reckon after we do this batch, I'm going to take a break on growing. And we'll just sell all of this and I'll earn back some money. And then once we've done that, then I will I'll continue growing. But yeah, the main problem is I need help to do this. I'm going to have to get... I'm going to have to check out, because I don't think the game... When I checked, I thought, I'll see how much the game is. And if it's like a reasonable price and they got a 4-pack, I was thinking about it. The problem is that, yeah, like I said before, that I wish that developers with co-op games, they did that. Because it's a really, really good way to, 1, advertise your game, and 2, for a bunch of friends, like, you know, if you've got mates, like, that play these games like I do, it's a lot... If I've only got to pay an extra $5 or $10 and I can get 4 copies of the game, then I'm going to get it. Like, it's not a big deal. Okay, let's start doing the orders, and then we'll. So we want 2, 1, 3, 3, 2. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. And then I'm gonna have to order some 3D printer spools. So 2. Okay, then 1. So I'm reusing the boxes. You can see the boxes I've been getting. We're using as we empty the boxes. I'm putting them in a pile, and I know it's a bit chaotic, but there's not a really easy way to manage empty boxes in the game, especially given you have such little free space. Oops. 3. And then I just need one more box of 2. Okay, orders. Let's go. Let's make ourselves some money. 2 keys for you. 1 key for you. Um, three for you. Okay, 1 for you. And 1 for you. There's a $2,000 profit. Very nice. So the next thing we need to do is we need to start worrying about restocking. So I've got plenty of seds. I've got plenty of dirt. We need to start buying up on supplies for the 3D printer. So we're completely out of. Well, this is out of bloody spool again, isn't it? Carbon. I don't think I've got any carbon. Nope, I've got nothing but a bunch of empty boxes. Okay. Oh, hello. I knew I bought some. That looks like alloy. Carbon. I knew I had some kicking around here somewhere. Okay. There we go. All right, we've got some empty boxes out here. I take back what I said. I bought a bunch of these spools and I completely forgot about it. Okay, let's order some more bits and bobs. Okay, we need some more dirt. But before we do that, let's load this up. And I'm going to put some empty boxes up here. Oh, I forgot. What's this got in it? Oh, it's a full box of shotguns. We got some here too. We can actually make some orders. Let's do that. So I've got about 6 shotguns. So let's go to orders. And you want 2, you want 2, and you want 2. Okay. So that's 3 orders of 2 shotguns, which we can easily do. If I take one out of here. And pop that there. That's 1 order. 2 orders. This is going to make us a ton of money. We'll get about 5 or 6 grand out of this. And that order, hopefully. Will make us a bit of cash. Yeah, the 3D printers are very, very expensive. That's why I've only got one. But once you get the 3D printer, let's see how much money we make from this. We'll make a ton of money on this. Okay, delivery. So one for you, one for you, one for you. That's 2 grand, 4 grand. Whoa, 7 grand. Let's go. So we just hit level 13. Very nice. I'm happy with that. Printer's still going. I'm not going to buy any more filaments yet. We've got a ton of this kicking around, so we'll use this up first. And I think what we need to do is get some more druggy-doos on the go. And I do need some empty boxes, because let's have a look at orders. We can do some more orders. Wow, okay, the orders are getting really big now. It's a 7 key order. 7, 1, 3, 5, 2. Okay. Oh, look, that's 7 in that. Okay. So that's 7. One. Three. Five. And 2. Hell yeah. Okay, let's see how much money we can make out of this. Go orders, delivery. 7. 1. 3. 5. And 2. So not as profitable as firearms, but it's definitely faster to grow them. Okay, so we'll go over to the store. We need more boxes, that's for shizzle. So let's go get some boxes. I'm going to buy another 10 of those. And we're going to need some more dirt, but let's just buy one thing at a time. We really need to get some storage going here. I think I'm going to put a storage crate there, which I've got right here. It's oh, I really want to put them in here, but this room, for some reason, we can't use. It's just dead weight, just sitting there. Anyway, we will put this here. I can't seem to... I can't place it next to the door. That sucks. Can I put it... Ah, I can put it behind. Beautiful. Okay. We can put all our empty boxes in this. So we'll do that. Storage in this game, very expensive. So, I'm just loading this bad boy up. The other thing's kind of in the way. It's okay. I've got to work around it because we have very limited storage, so it means I can't use some parts of the shelving because it's kind of the table's in the way. But that's okay. There we go. That'll do. All right. Let us check what orders we've got. Orders. Okay, 2. Oh, wow. There's some big orders here. I don't know. Yeah, we'll be able to do this one. 2, 10, 3, 3, 3. Okay. So. Let's go 2. And I'm going to need to add a couple of boxes for the 10 order. So let's maybe grab that there and that there. So that's 8. And we'll add another 2 for that order. So that's that's 10 order. Then we need a couple of boxes of 3 keys. Okay, let's just check our orders. 2 keys for you and 10 for you and 3 for you. There's a nice 4 grand. Yeah, we're absolutely destroying this. Let's order some more stuff while we need it. We need more dirt, so let's get dirt. We're gonna need 10 boxes of that. Probably say 12. 12, and we need some watering cans. Let's say 4 of those. We're making a ton of money. I reckon we've got enough money to set up another printer, and I'm going to put another printer right there. It's going to be expensive, but we can double our output on 3D printing. Absolutely. Let's get this stuff in the ground. Okay, soil packs. We'll do this next batch and then buy our printer, and then I've got one more game I want to show you tonight. It's been a good lineup of games. I don't know which one. I'll be honest. Yeah, White Knuckle's definitely my favourite. But that being said, I've enjoyed all the games tonight. This is the reason why I do this, because I wouldn't normally play games like this. I didn't know I was into crime sim games. Honestly, before I started streaming, my taste in games was pretty narrow. I was just FPS games and multiplayer games. That was it. But I've found as I've gotten older, I've started to look at other different genres. And particularly games where it's less about twitch reflexes and more about careful strategizing. You know, all about making sure you're, you're slow, you're methodical. Turn-based strategy games for me were a bit, a bit of a thing that I wasn't too interested in. But yeah, I've kind of changed my, particularly games like XCOM. That I kind of wrote off when I was younger, but now now I understand why so many people like them, because they do have that appeal. Okay, there's another one. Yeah, setting these up by hand is a very slow process, but I'm gonna use up all the product I've got, and then I'm gonna go to the more expensive products, so I can get some better seeds for more high quality weed that takes even longer to grow. But now I've got this many pots, I'm not really stressed about how long it takes to grow a batch. I need to use this product up first though. Whoops, whatever. I nearly have. I think I've got a couple of other boxes just kicking around though. And I only just got strawberry. Like, literally just Just unlocked it. And already I found a better strain. Okay, that is that. Let's get the old can out. Oh, he's empty. Good thing I brought plenty of backups. That's another one. We'll just chuck them there for now. Okay, got plenty of empty boxes, so let's get this next batch on the go. Where are you? I'm going to take a different process. I'm going to just water a little bit on each and then just keep adding it so they all grow at the same rate. I definitely need to invest in hydroponics for this. This is going to take way too long. Okay. Now I just need to let that grow, and then we'll have our final batch. Now, while I do that, let's just check on the printer. It's going well. We can make a pretty big purchase, and I think that is warranted. If we go to weapon printing, I can purchase 2 of these bad boys. Let's get 3. I don't think I've got the room for 3. Let's just get 2 for now. You can see here, like, I'm really limited in my space, and I wanted to pick this up and move it, but because it started printing, I think I'm going to have to put the other printers next to this here. There's just nowhere else to put them. I'm literally stepping on top of myself. And I want to leave the center of the factory open, because if I start packing that, I'm going to be tripping over things. Let's see if I can... If I put that there, it's going to be too hard to... I think here's a good spot. Yeah, because I can't do it in here. I wish I could, but it is what it is. I'll drop them here, and let's get this other one open. Okay, beautiful. We're going to need a ton of spool to get this started, so let's add... I want, yeah, no, alloys. Like carbon there. And carbon there. That's carbon. Okay, polymer. To there. And we need carbon, polymer. We need alloy. I don't know if I've got any alloy. 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 Beautiful. That'll do. Alloy. Oh, and that's out of... I'll bet you that's out of alloy too. Nope, alloy. Polymer. Okay, that's easy. We got plenty of polymer. Okay, that's going. I'm going to, at the end of this, I'm going to stop the queue. Just so I can move this thing, because it's in a really bad spot. Now I've got more printers on the go. I'm going to move this to somewhere where it's not the door. It's not going to catch the door on stuff. That's the problem at the moment. The door keeps catching on things. Okay, so these are now set up, so we can set up a print queue on these. Level 20, I'm a ways off level 20, so we're just going to focus on regular the Remington M590, which is fine. I mean, this is very, very profitable, so I'm not too worried about that. We've now tripled our gun output. Hell, I'd buy another one if I had space. I could probably pop one here. Yeah, nah, I'm not going to. I'm really running low. Once I hit level 20, and I can expand, I can move this in a way where it's not going to be getting in the way constantly. So let's order some parts. There's so many empty boxes just kicking around here. I really need to do something to organize this a bit better. We need printer spool now. We need a ton of it. So we need 4 alloy, and let's say 4 carbon. Probably say 6 carbon, and yeah, 10 polymer. I don't want to run out of this spool, so let's go. Now this should be able to move. Let's move these. Okay, savage. Finally, it's not in the way, so alloy, carbon, and polymer. Beautiful. Start printing, son. Many as you can. Yeah, baby. Okay, now we just have to get these watered. You can see I'm kind of running around crazily, just trying to do everything at once. And I mean, this game is definitely designed to be a multiplayer game, so I was kind of hoping I'd be able to play this with the boys, but it depends if I can get a hold of the developer. Unfortunately, as I said before, they're kind of incognito. They're very hard to find. If I do get a hold of them and we can play this game together, and they're willing to give me a couple of keys, I'd 100% play this with the boys, because I think this would be... I like doing this by myself, but it does feel wasted without having a few extra people. Because I think that's where this game would really shine. You've got a full crew. I'm not having to juggle between things, and we can have everybody doing a dedicated job. There we go. There's my marijuana. It's growing nice. We'll get another set of orders done. Those guns are kicking. We've got plenty of parts. Let's get some builds. Now I've tripled my output. We can really start hammering gun orders, and then we're going to make some major dough. Because these guns are worth about $1,000 a piece. And keeping in mind too, this is the cheapest gun you can make. Later on, we can make AKs and larger scale guns. We can make even more profit on this. Oops. Okay, we're out of slots. That's okay. You know what time it is? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guns. So if we go over to here and we go to orders, you want 3 and you want 2. Oh, this dude wants 10. That's going to take ages. We can do 3 and 2. I feel like once I get more guns going, and now we've got 3 printers, we've probably got a chance. But yeah, with the current setup, I'm really, the guns aren't my main source of income. How many did I put in this? 2. So I need 3 in this. I mean, eventually I'll probably just go over to gun running because it's a lot easier. Okay, let's do an order. We need to make back some of the money I spent on polymer. Okay, delivery. You want 3? Oh, wait, you don't want guns. What am I doing? You want 3 of them, and you want 2 of them. And, oh, okay, we need a couple of 3-gram strawberries. Oh, now we're really hammering these guns out. Okay, we need another 3 grams. Now we're making some major dough. Okay, strawberry mirage for you, and strawberry mirage for you. Boom and boom. 7 grand in an order. Very nice. We're making... I reckon we just about made back all the money I spent on building materials. Yeah, I'll... Nearly. Okay, let's get these harvested, and then we're going to move on to the next game. Because I've got one more game tonight I want to show you. An action-packed stream tonight. I've had so many games to try out. And I've got more next week. I'm actually booked out for quite a while. I'm very excited to show you what I'm coming up with next. But I'm hoping some of the developers from especially this game see the stream, because I'd love to do this with the boys. This is just the sort of game that's my jam. Okay, let's oh yeah, look at how many guns we're cracking them now. Let's go. Right, we're gonna get the rest of this weed all set. So let's grab these and get them boxed up for next time. But it's a very chill game. Like, you just work at your own pace, and you don't... There's no... Like, there are time limits for orders, but to be honest, you're never short of orders, so there's no real incentive to try and kill yourself trying to keep up with orders. And I kind of like that. Like, it's just a, work at your own pace sort of thing. And the progression in this game, it is a bit grindy, but once you get your first crop out the door, it's a lot easier after that. Like, you get a couple of grand behind you, and then you're all set. I mean, look at this. I'm 20 grand. 20 grand in orders. And there's a huge amount of stuff. I'll show you what other stuff you can do. I'm about 8 hours into this game, and I still have only unlocked a tiny amount of what you can do in the full game. So let's have a look at this. Like orders, you can do orders for LSD. You can do orders for money, weapons. This is just the basics. You can get things like assault rifles. Later on, you can grow things like cocaine and heroin and all sorts of cool stuff. The counterfeit money thing's what I really want to check out, but unfortunately, it's going to take a while to get there. And also, I should mention too, this game has 2 difficulty settings. I'm playing on the harder of the 2, so if you see this and you're like, oh, it's the barrier to entry is too high, I don't know if I'm going to like it. Just be aware that I'm a masochist and I play these games on a brutally hard difficulty, and I recommend you don't do that if you just want to get into it. That being said, though, I think a game like this, I like the immersion of having to grind and take your time to get to where you need to. Like, I think to me, it's more rewarding to do that. If I could just get to the end game, I think I'd lose a lot of my incentive to play this, because it feels very rewarding, especially when I finally scrape together the money to build the 3D printer or to buy it. I was about like 4 hours into the game before I scraped together to buy this one 3D printer. I scraped together the $3,000, and then I'm like, oh, I don't know if it was worth it. And the first order came out, and I made that much money. It paid for the printer in like, I think maybe 2 orders. There we go. You can see we're really hammering out orders now. These guns are just coming in non-stop, so we're going to be able to fulfill another order. Let's go. Now, this game isn't Gunsmith Simulator. Most of the stuff that you do in the game, it does feel a bit surface level. But I also realise that you're kind of got your finger in so many pies that I don't think the game could have massive detail. Like, building a gun at the level of something like Gunsmith Simulator would kind of be overkill. But yeah, some of the products kind of feel a little bit too, especially growing the drugs. You just pour a bit of water on it and walk away. Like, you don't have to worry about grow seasons. You don't need to worry about power failures, the lights going out. There's no irrigation system. There's a bit of complexity, I think, missing. I think in trying to cater to this audience, they have made it a little bit too simple. And I know I'm saying that as someone that plays a lot of games like Drug Dealer Simulator, so it may not be a popular opinion, but there it is. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to get all of these packed away, and then we're going to move on to our final game. But yeah, what are my thoughts on this game? It's a really, really fun little simulator. It does a lot of, like, rather than focusing on one aspect, and rather than focusing on the aspect of going around and running the street level operations of the business, you're more of like a factory manager, and it works really well in this game. It's just all about the nitty gritty of growing and producing the drugs and the products. And later on, you can actually purchase corporations. So I'm not really showing the full complexity of the game. Later on, when you can start your own business, then you can start a shell corporation that you can funnel money through and orders through. There's some really cool end game products as well. The game is a bit on the grindy side, so just be aware. If you're not looking for a game where you're going to have to spend hours playing, this might not be for you. But to be honest, I think for me, the grind is the reason I like the game. I like this. I like having to work hard to get the end game, or at least mid game products. It's fun. It's fun. I like it. I'm just going to finish bagging this up and then we'll move on to the last game. Nearly done. I'm literally running out of boxes. I've got hundreds of boxes kicking around. They're all full of drugs. First world problems. Okay, more bags. More bags. We're kind of making that much money now that I think that once I hit level 20, I can afford. I mean, I can't really expand the factory. That's what I really want to do. I'd like to renovate the other room and have a storage area in there, because the problem is my factory floor is kind of getting filled up by storage for all these boxes. So, you know, it is what it is. I can't really do much about it, but we're gonna make so much money out of this. Look at all these drugs. It's Christmas time. You know the really cool thing would be if I can get a copy of this for Mr. Bubbles. So I know some people got really upset that I was playing this with Mr. Bubbles, but unfortunately, like his dad, he's got a pretty twisted sense of or twisted taste in games. He loves playing Drug Dealer Simulator with me. And every time he plays it, my wife comes in and asks what we're doing. I'm like, just don't ask. Don't ask. I'm like, you're okay with us smashing zombies' heads in or blowing away zombies, but the minute I start growing some weed, that's the line. I don't know, I grew up in the country, so let's just say there was a lot of farms that had some product that was less than legal. So I guess I'm I have a pretty liberal stance towards it. That doesn't really concern me. I mean, if you've ever been to a university and you go into the art department, then you're gonna find all the weed you're ever gonna need. But yeah, I really like this game. I would love to play it cooperatively. I'd love to keep playing it, but there is one more game I want to check out. So if a developer sees this, please reach out to me. I would love to check this out with the boys, and I think they would enjoy playing this as well. So yeah, if you're interested, if that's something you'd like to chase up with me, as always, reach out to me on social media or email, and we can have a chat. I hope you enjoyed this look at Dirty Business, but we've got one more game to showcase tonight, so we're going to move on to that.